just you're playing a team you don't know that much about. I know a lot about West Texas and the program that they have down there. You're catching one film on them, you're not sure you're going to get everything you want. But really the film we got, it kind of showed what they were going to do. They were trying to overpower you inside, really overload that post. And they were going to have to go after our 3s and 4s, you know, which was, you know, we're decently sized at those positions, so it worked out well. And kids played a great sky report game. I mean, they just knew every time where they needed to be. And got some stops and ran transition again, where we like to play from. Just opening round game, couldn't ask the girls come out more ready to play, focused, ready to go. Just pleased with where we were tonight. Just heads were in game. The game was there, and we kind of dismantled a West Texas team that's pretty good.
Questions for coach or players?
Dan, I mean, obviously you're more, I guess, situated for rebounding and defense is kind of your role, but yet again, in kind of a bigger game, you kind of explode a little bit. Can I talk a little bit about your performance?
I wouldn't say I really exploded. I mean, a lot of it was just rebounds, so they didn't really box me out that well, so they all kind of fell into my hands, and they were just basically putbacks, transition. They just kind of decided to leave me open, which seemed to be a little bit of a mistake, it turns out.
Yeah, I read a scary report.
Stevie, can you talk about the defense, especially the Unruh? I mean, she goes 1 for 13, and just what you were trying to do against her was like about 4 or 5 when you took a turn on her.
We knew she was going to be something to handle, and like Coach Mike said, we studied our scouting reports, and we were ready for what they had for us. She's a tough player, though. It's hard to hold her to 1 for 13, but yeah, I think Ed was on her most of the game. She did a really good job on her.
Mackie always talked about the defense and the rebounding. Got a chance. That's pretty much what.
Yeah, we were pretty solid defense, and you know they're a defensive team as well. I mean, they got them guarded hard, pressured up. I just thought our inside play. I mean, when they shoot that many free throws, they shoot like 250 more free throws than their opponents. Well, there's a reason why. They're not really drivers. They're going to go down low and post it up, and they have 4 kids that want to post up down there. So we kind of felt that going in. We'd have to help off the high post when we could, and so that worked well for us. We kept their post players off of rhythm. Defensively, that was the answer, because they were really going to push the ball in that. They didn't really try to swing from side to side. They were trying to overload and throw it down in there. So we were able to find that. But I thought everything, we made a couple mistakes, but you're going to defensively, but we held them to what was the halftime score, 18, and then really held them to a number that in the second half even. So, defense rebounded again, and I think sometimes the big games, if you'll just focus on those things, defensive, do your job. Rebounding, do your job. And then everything will come to you. I think what Dana's trying to tell you is she gets healthy by going to boards and doing some of those things, and all of a sudden the shot feels better because she's gotten herself to foul line. She's gotten herself a couple of putbacks, and all of a sudden the shot's just a bonus out there. So, yeah, we always going to live by that. And I thought our defense was really clean tonight. The looks they got were pretty tough ones, but it was a good night of defense. There's no doubt about it. Everybody was there to help each other, and obviously played the scatter court perfectly.
Jamie, you guys had a nice lead at halftime, but you came out in the second half and just really put them away quickly. Just talk about that start offensively, just to put them away.
Well, I mean, we know we got to come out and with a momentum, because that's when we lose the lead is when we don't come out knowing that we need to get a lead again, get our momentum going. So just coming out with energy and defense was, I think, the key to how we set the tone.
Stevie, is this team, feeling like the most confident of all years so far?
Yeah, we're pretty confident with ourselves. A lot of it is that we just are having a lot of fun playing together. We know who does what, and we get who needs the ball, and we play our roles, and we play as hard as we can, and it's turning out well.
And Coach, that last 5-minute span in the first half there, they seemed to go, it was kind of back and forth. They were sticking with you, and then they went to a zone, and it seemed like you opened it up.
Yeah, we saw them go to a 2-3 zone in the films. We were kind of ready for it. And they were kind of matched up a little differently. They had a kid kind of rover in the middle, which was an undersized kid. So I thought it was going to be somewhat of I was trying to figure out it was going to be a box of one, but they just kind of kept her rovering in there, which she never left. And then everything on the perimeter was traditional. And we've got a few shooters out there on the perimeter that if you get in trouble, I think Kennebec hit one. Stevie, I don't know who else hit the other one, but it went boom, boom. It was a close game. Danny hit one. It was a 4-point game, 5-point game. It went boom, boom to 12. And it was a big difference in that game. There was no doubt about it. don't know if we were tired or that, I should say that, just things weren't going quite smoothly, you know. I was trying to get Dana to breathe over a little bit. She was working hard but couldn't get the ball in the basket. So once we got that, you could just see our eyes open up. And then the second half, they tried to press us with some zone looks too, and we were over the top playing in transition pretty good against their press. But tonight, you see Kinnerneck had 6 assists. Ebony had 7 assists. Just in a night where they were going to try to stop Ebony a little bit, and she just distributed the ball where she can. Kinnerneck, can do that as well. So those two have big games. But yeah, the zone made a huge difference. I think it relaxed our kids. Once we saw it, okay, we know what this looks like, and we know we can do against this. And so hit a couple of shots against that, and it worked well for us.
Anything else?
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Coach.